You've tried the volumizing shampoo. You've tried the dry shampoo. You've tried everything the internet told you to try, and your hair still looks flat, thin, and tired by noon. I see you, and I want you to know. The problem is not your hair. The problem is how you've been styling it. Let's talk about 4 simple steps that are specifically designed for thin hair over 50, because your hair has changed, and your approach needs to change with it. I research worst style and beauty mistakes and youth-boosting fixes for mature women, so you get simple, proven transformations that work instantly. Today we're perfecting 4 steps for thin hair. And by part 3, you'll want to pause and look in the mirror. I mean it. We're covering volume, texture, color strategy, and the one finishing move that pulls it all together. And the very first step? It starts before you even pick up a brush. Let's go. Part 1, Step 1. The right foundation, how you wash and prep thin hair. Have you ever noticed that your hair looks best right after you leave the salon, but then falls completely flat the moment you wash it yourself? That is not a coincidence. And honestly, it took me longer than I'd like to admit to understand why. The foundation of every great thin hairstyle is not the cut, not the color, not the styling product. It is what happens in the shower and immediately after. Most women over 50 are unknowingly washing away the volume they need before they even start styling. Here is what is aging your hair right now. Heavy conditioner applied from root to tip coats the scalp and weighs fine strands down completely. That single habit undoes every volumizing product you own. This is the one thing I wish someone had told me first. If you are still applying conditioner all the way to your roots, swap it for conditioner applied only from midshaft to ends. The roots need to breathe, not be weighed down. The difference is immediate, and your scalp will thank you too. Your scalp health directly affects your hair volume. A congested scalp produces flatter, thinner-looking strands. A gentle scalp massage while washing increases circulation and lifts the root area naturally. This is not a complicated technique. It is 30 seconds of attention in the right place. After washing, the towel matters more than most women realize. Rubbing thin hair aggressively with a regular towel creates frizz and breaks fragile strands. Instead, gently squeeze sections downward. Never rub, never twist. That single swap protects your strands and keeps them smooth enough to hold volume when you style. Here is the step that changes everything. Apply your volumizing mousse or lightweight root spray while hair is still 70% wet. Not soaking wet. Not bone dry. That window is where the product grips the strand and builds real lasting lift from the root. Dry hair cannot absorb it the same way. Wet hair dilutes it. 70% wet is the sweet spot. This is the one that made a woman in my community completely rearrange her entire morning routine. And she messaged me saying she got 3 unsolicited compliments that same week. Your prep routine is the invisible foundation of every single style you create. Get this step right, and every other step in this video works twice as hard. And in step 2, we are going to talk about the one blow-dry technique that doubles your volume in real time. And most women are doing the exact opposite of it right now. Part 2, Step 2. The blow-dry technique that creates real volume. Let me ask you something. When you blow-dry your hair, which direction does the airflow point? If your answer is straight down along the hair shaft, you are actively flattening your own hair. Every single time. And no product in the world can fix what a downward airflow takes away. This is the most common blow-dry mistake I see on women with thin hair over 50. It feels smooth and controlled, which is exactly why it feels right, and exactly why it is so damaging to volume. Here is why this ages you. Flat hair draws the eye downward and narrows the entire face. For your beautiful bone structure, you want lift and width at the crown. That is what creates a youthful, energized silhouette on camera and in person. The fix begins with your head position. Flip your hair forward and downward before you begin drying. Then use a round brush or your fingers to lift each section at the root while directing airflow upward, against the direction the hair falls naturally. This creates tension at the base of each strand and builds volume that actually lasts. Yes, that's simple. If you are still using a heavy ceramic brush, swap it for a lightweight boar bristle round brush in a smaller barrel. Heavy brushes pull thin hair downward under their own weight. A smaller barrel grips closer to the root and creates rounder, fuller sections from the base up. The weight difference alone makes the technique easier to hold and more effective. There is one finishing move at the end of the blow-dry that most stylists never mention out loud. Once your hair is fully dry, flip the dryer to cool air and blast each section at the root for 10 seconds. Cold air sets the lifted shape into the hair cuticle. Without that cool blast, the heat keeps the strand pliable, and the volume collapses within the hour. This is the tip that made a friend of mine stop mid-conversation and say, "Wait, your hair looks completely different. What did you do?" Your blow-dry is no longer a chore. It is your single most powerful tool for looking 10 years fresher without touching your wardrobe or your makeup. But here is what happens next. And this surprised me the first time I learned it. Step 3 is about color, and the right color placement can create the visual illusion of twice the density. Stay with me. Part 3, Step 3, the color strategy that makes thin hair look fuller. Bold statement. Your hair color might be making your hair look thinner. Even if you love the shade. Even if your colorist chose it. Because with thin hair over 50, it is not just about what color you choose. It is about where that color is placed. And most women have never been told this. A solid all-over color, especially one that is too dark or too uniform, flattens thin hair visually and removes all sense of depth and dimension. Without dimension, fine strands merge into one flat surface. That flat surface makes the scalp more visible, and the hair looks sparser than it actually is. Here is the truth your colorist may not have explained. Dimension is volume you can see without touching your hair. When light and slightly darker tones are woven through the same section of hair, the eye reads those layers as thickness. The hair appears denser, fuller, more alive. And those beautiful eyes of yours are drawn upward to the crown rather than down to the roots. Balayage and face framing highlights are two of the most effective color techniques for thin hair over 50, specifically because they add contrast exactly where your face needs light. Around the hairline, at the temples, through the crown. That targeted brightness lifts the entire face and creates a youthful radiance that no foundation can replicate. If you are still going all over dark to cover gray, swap it for a softer base with strategic lighter pieces woven in around the face. You do not have to go blonde. You do not have to abandon your natural tones. Even 2 shades of variation through the mid-lengths creates the depth that makes thin hair red as full. This one is everything. Gray hair can absolutely be styled to look full and dimensional, but only if the gray itself has tonal variation. A single flat gray can feel heavy and aging, but a blended silver with pearl and ivory highlights is luminous, modern, and anything but flat. If your gray is reading dull, ask your colorist about a gloss treatment to activate the tones already in your hair. Color is the one investment that changes how your hair reads before you ever touch a brush. And in Step 4, the final step, we are talking about the finishing technique that locks all 3 previous steps in place and gives your thin hair the definition and polish of a style that looks intentional, not accidental. Part 4, Step 4, the finishing technique that makes thin hair look intentional. Here is the mistake nobody is talking about. You did the prep. You did the blow dry. You have great color. And then you finish with the wrong product in the wrong amount. And suddenly everything looks stringy, greasy, or worse, even flatter than when you started. The final step breaks or makes every thin hairstyle. And this is where most women give up and assume their hair is just too thin to style well. It is not. You just need the right finish. Here is why this ages you. Heavy finishing products, thick serums, oils, creams, coat thin strands and cause them to clump together. Clumped strands expose gaps between sections. Those gaps are what make the scalp visible. And visible scalp makes hair look sparse and aged, regardless of how much volume you built during the blow dry. If you are still reaching for a heavy serum to smooth frizz, swap it for a lightweight flexible hold spray or a texturizing mist. These products separate strands rather than clumping them. They add grip and definition without weight. Your hair will hold its shape throughout the day instead of collapsing by mid-afternoon. Honestly, the best kept secret in fine hair finishing is applying your product to your fingertips first, then lightly pressing and lifting from underneath rather than smoothing from the top. Working from the underneath preserves every bit of volume you built. Working from the top crushes it. One direction gives you fullness. The other takes it away. There is one technique that changes how your entire finished style reads on camera. And it takes your fingertips exactly 30 seconds to do. Gently separate the top layer of your styled hair into 2 or 3 soft sections using just your fingertips. Never a comb. This breaks any uniform flatness across the crown and creates the soft, airy separation that makes thin hair look full, deliberate, and effortlessly elegant. This is the one that made a woman I know stop reaching for hats to cover her hair and start loving how she looks every single morning. Your natural elegance was never the problem. The approach was. And now you have 4 specific steps: prep, blow dry, color, and finish, that work together as one complete system. The only question left is which one you are trying first tonight. You just learned 4 steps that most women spend years piecing together, one frustrated salon visit at a time. And you got all of it in one place. Your thin hair is not a limitation. It never was. It just needed the right strategy. Boom! Your natural elegance was always this present. Now it finally shows. Tell me in the comments, which of these 4 steps were you missing without realizing it? Was it the prep, the blow-dry direction, the color placement, or the finishing technique? Drop your answer below and let us build on it together. Next time, we are talking about the one wardrobe mistake that makes mature women look shorter and heavier than they are, and the simple swap that fixes it immediately. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I will see you in the next one.